Welcome everyone, Costin here with Age of Mythology Retold Beta. As indicated by the very obnoxious watermark that exists there. Oh, but it's a beta, I just want to make sure that no one is misled by it and think that it's the final version. Yeah, let me say this. People are going to judge a game based on the footage that comes out pre-release. There are bugs, I've certainly noticed them. And there are certainly some issues over here, like there's performance drops here and there. Hopefully some of these things will be fixed. And look, I gotta say this about Microsoft when it comes to their handling of strategy games. They have shown, time and time again, that they are not just going to release a game and then abandon it. No, they're actually going to put in effort post-release. So that's something important to understand. Now, interestingly enough, we have ray tracing in Reflections, but we don't have HDR. Probably for the best. Most HDR is pretty, most HDR in games is pretty bad. I can use NVIDIA HDR, but let's just say that comes with its own issues right now. Because if I try and use NVIDIA HDR right now, it's like there's some issues with the app that are going to be caused. Okay, so I've just set everything to maximum. The benchmark apparently is pretty good, but yeah, just some performance drops. Okay, so let's begin. Fall of the Trident Titan difficulty. I'm gonna say it outright, the voice acting sucks. A huge amount.
That looked like Theris. It has been a long time since you sent him to the underworld, Arkantos. Fighting old battles again?
Yes, old enemies. I still see them here.
You have won more battles for Atlantis than can be counted. Faced opponents no other man dared fight.
That was long ago. Today, Atlantis' enemies live only in my dreams. I face
Is that what you believe, Atlantean? Atlantis still has enemies, and you are still the one who will face them.
Any who threaten my home or my family will soon have a place in my...
These are enemies unlike the others, Arkantos. Do not let your guard down. Dark times are coming, and you are needed. Arkantos, awaken.
Admiral!
Sir. Yes?
We've sighted land on the horizon. We should reach Atlantis soon.
Excellent. It will be good to see my son Castor again.
You cannot ignore the omens, Arkantos. Lord Poseidon's displeasure is clear. We must help break the siege at Troy.
Troops we send now will be lucky to arrive before the fight is over. Even if they do, their only task will be to show the banner of Atlantis, not the task for an admiral.
It would shame Agamemnon if we sent one of your junior officers. He already complains that we do not pay enough attention to the Greek colonies. No, it must be you!
Castor, stay here!
Alright, let's get medium toxicities.
Defend the harbor until they arrive.
Alright, we don't have a town center this time around apparently.
Is a hero, and very effective at killing myth units, such as the Kraken.
Well done. But
Okay.
we should prepare ourselves for the attacks.
Alright, so I'm gonna gather food from the sheep.
Remember, additional Toxote can be trained at the archery range. These
Okay.
excel against enemy infantry.
Yeah, they apparently excel against a lot more than infantry, I can tell you that much. Alright, we're gonna need a lot of gold, that's why I repurposed them. So a bunch of toxicities will do here. So yeah, there's some frame drops, might be ray tracing, might be optimization, I don't know. Okay. So this is on Titan difficulty. We got the first wave. The first attack wave. Now this is the weird part. That archers just smash boats.
Good. The Black Sails are going to regret this.
So we can assign
Hoplites
workers.
are infantry trained at the military academy. Use them to protect your vulnerable toxote.
Yeah, we don't need that. You know what my protection for the Toxities is?
Several villagers are
More
working in town
Toxities.
west of the harbor. If you are running out of a particular resource, you should consider retasking them to gather it.
We're not really gonna need that much lumber. What's the population limit? 130, okay. We can't build more. We can build some towers, apparently. Oh, we need resources. Alright. I like the models. Now the reason you should get hoplites is because those slingers can do a good amount of damage against them. Against archers. So they kept the same voice acting for the units, but they changed it for the...
Good work.
Why would you change it for the freaking voice actors?
Use the restoration god power to heal your units and mend your buildings.
It's like, we want to make sure that
Get those Petroboli up here.
that it's authentic. I'm like, this is not Greek. I don't give a shit what you tell me. Like, okay, let me explain. So, yes, the voice actors do sound like they're, you know, Greek.
Arkantos, do not forget to call upon your god powers. Your god powers are located in the top center of the screen.
But the problem is, whoever was in charge of the direction of the voice acting certainly did not do a great job. Like, you can really tell the difference between a cheap effort and a professional job in the original game. That's a bit buff.
Get ready, everyone. This isn't over yet.
Okay.
Consider upgrading the weapons and armor of your units at the armory.
Sure. Get those guys working on it. We're gonna need more food. Yep, get bugged out.
Black sails! Pirates!
So I just gotta be aware of pathfinding. I mean, don't get me wrong, the pathfinding in the original game was not anything to sneeze at. Port is done.
Βούλομαι. Ορθός.
Or not.
Καλός. Λέγε έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Εις μάχην. Λέγε ορθός. Καλός. Έτοιμος. Πάνω. Εισβολή. Λέγε πρόσταγμα.
Okay.
Λέγε έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Εις μάχην. Λέγε ορθός.
Take Atlantis this way. Βούλομαι. What are they thinking?
Λέγε βούλομαι.
Πρόσεκε.
Who knows?
Έτσι, μάλιστα. Πρόσταγμα, θρητό, βούλομαι, θρητόμος.
Okay, now we need more wood.
Λέγε, έστω, θρητόμος.
Another kraken approaching!
Lei,
Pray
malista.
this is the last!
Βούλομαι.
Alright.
Έστω.
Black Sail Landing Party!
Βούλομαι.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι.
Έτοιμος. Έστω. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα.
There's 2 pirate attacks left.
Πάνι. Πάνι. Ναι. Καλώς. Εις πόρο.
Alright, let's use that.
Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος. Ορθό. Βούλο. Καλός. Χώρο. Πρόσταγμα. Εισβολή. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Προσταχτός. Εις μάχη. Έτοιμος. Καλό. Χώρο. Λέγε πάνι. Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα. Λέει. Βούλομαι.
The Atlantean army will be here soon!
One final attack.
Λέγε πάνι.
I wonder if those towers actually do work.
Έστω.
Well, I've held all the docks so far.
Ναι.
Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Πάνι.
Alright, here it comes. Final attack wave.
Λέει. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα. Ναι. Πρόσταγμα. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Εις πόρο. Ναι. Βούλομαι. Καλό. Εις μάχεν. Βούλομαι. Πόρο.
Λέγε βούλομαι. Εισβολή. Προσταχτό. Βούλ σμάχη. Λέγε προσταγμα.
Invoke the lightning storm god power. Decimate.
Λέγε βούλομαι. Ορθός.
The ports might be damaged, but we did succeed.
Λέγε
Let's get those centaurs to deal with the krakens. Apparently not needed. We killed everything.
The black
Έτοιμο.
sails are
Βούλομαι.
free.
Πάνι.
It will take more than pirates to overrun Atlantis.
Victory indeed.
Another message from Poseidon, Arkantos. His creatures help the pirates.
Father, they stole the
What?
Yes, it was stolen during the fighting.
Camels.
There could not be a clearer sign, Arkantos. We are losing Poseidon's favor. We must act.
I will go to Troy as you ask. I'm going to get that trident back on the way. Zetos, take supplies aboard and get the men together. We're setting sail.
Can I come?
No, I need you here in case they come back. Don't worry. This errand will not take long.
Story difficulty. Really, game? Yeah, sure. We no longer call it easy because it's too offensive. Right. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I am half Greek. My mom, basically. Her parents, born in Greece. Greeks do not sound like that. I mean, in the sense that, you ever talk with a Greek person? Where's the passion? Where's the fire? Like, seriously. Just worth saying it. It's like, they've got the voice actors, so I'm not really railing against them. But it's like, there's no voice direction, the editing is wrong, and it feels like they just swapped the voice files without changing the duration of how long those were, the cutscenes were, right? Or certain lines were. Because if this is any way similar to how things, say, work in Warcraft 3, as an example, because I know quite a bit about the Warcraft 3 editor, and I also know quite a bit about the Age of Mythology editor, because I did play around with that. But if I were to believe something, like, every line, every dialogue line, has a certain duration, right? And the duration is supposed to match the length of the audio file you have. You can obviously set your own duration on that, but it just feels like they implemented the new voice files, replaced the existing ones, but did not change what the durations actually were. I mean, look, let me put it like this. Gameplay-wise, I liked it, right? I was concerned that they were not going to make any kind of gameplay changes with this. They clearly have. And this felt a much more interesting mission than the original one, from a gameplay standpoint. From a voice acting standpoint, it's like, let me say this clearly. Age of Mythology has one of the most iconic stories in strategy gaming, and a large part of that is the original voice acting. Replacing them to begin with is a shit idea. And the way they've handled it, it's like... So I'm just gonna say this, Microsoft. Give us back the original voice actors. Simple as that. Like, just flat. They're better. The voice acting was in itself recorded better. It was implemented better. It had better direction. Like, unless you want to redo all the voice acting with better direction for the actors you now got, please stick with the original. Like, it would have been more interesting had they changed the maps, but changing the voice acting, it's like, oh, but we don't want to be offensive to Greeks. It's like, we want them to be Greeks, right? As opposed to the Americans we had, etc. It's like, I don't think anyone who's ever played this game that was either Greek or Egyptian, you know, or Scandinavian descent actually gave a shit about that. They're probably gonna give a shit when you're ruining their childhood memories by implementing shit voice acting for the sake of diversity or whatever crap. Anyway, Costin signing out.